We all think about our quality of life, but what if improving it wasn't about some huge, life-altering event? Today, we're going to dig into how some really simple, totally manageable adjustments in our daily lives can have a massive impact on our well-being.
So, let me ask you a question. When your head hits the pillow at night, do you feel like you've actually lived that day? Or does it feel a little more like you just survived it? You know that feeling, right? The to-do list just keeps growing, the day is a blur, and you're left feeling totally drained instead of fulfilled.
And here's the thing. The solution isn't some big, complicated secret. The key to our well-being is actually hiding in plain sight, in 3 core areas where we already spend a staggering 90% of our time. So let's dive in and break those down.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get into the whole surviving versus thriving idea. Then, we're jumping into the 3 pillars of our lives: our home, our community, and our work. And finally, we'll pull it all together to see how you can start building a better quality of life. First up, surviving versus thriving. Look, a great quality of life isn't about having this perfect, totally problem-free existence. It's more about consciously shaping our daily environments so that our routine feels intentional and light, not just like a heavy list of chores we have to get through. And you know what the best part is? You don't have to blow up your whole life to do this. The path to feeling better is found in small, simple tweaks you can make to your daily life, starting like right now. It's something anyone can do. Okay, so let's get into our very first pillar, your home refuge. We're going to look at how to turn the place you live into a real sanctuary that actually recharges your batteries instead of adding to your stress. So this is absolutely crucial. Your home is supposed to be a place of recovery. If walking through that front door feels like you're starting a second shift, it's time to flip the script. Your home is supposed to be on your team, right? Not just another thing draining your energy. Here are 3 super simple things you can try. First, something called visual hygiene. Just spend 10 minutes a day hitting the reset button on your space. It just quiets all that mental noise that clutter creates. Second, light and air. Seriously, just opening a window does wonders. That natural light, it literally helps keep your mood in check. And third, create zones. Separate your work stuff from your relaxing stuff, even if it's just a corner of a room. It sends a powerful signal to your brain that it's okay to switch off. And man, this next part just nails it. Your home should serve you, and not you be a slave to the maintenance of the house. I mean, what a powerful way to think about it, right? Your home is there to support you, not the other way around. All right, ready for pillar number 2? Your community connection. This one is all about how we live with the people around us, our neighbors, and how we can build a more peaceful, supportive environment right outside our own front door. You know, the core idea here is so simple, but it is so effective. It all comes down to empathy and clear communication. It's just about remembering we're all in this together, and a little bit of thoughtfulness goes a long, long way. So let's get practical. Step 1, think of it as the golden rule of noise. If you know you're going to be loud, a party, some construction, just give your neighbors a heads up. It's just common courtesy. Step 2, proactive kindness. A simple good morning in the hallway or holding a door. These little things build up an emotional safety net. And number 3, and this is a big one, try talking to them directly first. Before you escalate to a formal complaint, just try a polite conversation. A lot of the time, they might not even know there's a problem. And this quote just sums it all up perfectly. A simple heads up can disarm a conflict before it ever begins. Just think about how powerful that is. That one tiny proactive step can completely neutralize a problem before it even gets a chance to start. Okay, and that brings us to our third and final pillar, your work-life balance. This is the big one for a lot of us. It's all about how to be productive and get things done without completely burning out in the process. The key word here really is sustainability. This isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter in a way that protects your energy. The goal is to do a great job at work and still have something left in the tank for the rest of your life. So let's talk strategy. 3 things you can do. First, take strategic breaks. Trust me, your brain needs those little micro rests to stay sharp and avoid burnout. So get up, stretch, walk around. Second, digital boundaries. You do not have to answer every non-urgent email the second it comes in after hours. Learning to say, you know what, this can wait until tomorrow, that's a superpower. And finally, make your workspace work for you. Adjust your chair, your screen, and add a little something that makes you happy, like a plant or a photo.
Wow. Yeah, let that one sink in for a second. Learning to set boundaries is fundamental to your mental health. This is not just some nice-to-have, fluffy idea. This is essential. Protecting your time and your energy is one of the most important things you can possibly do for your long-term well-being.
Whew. Okay, we've covered a ton of ground. So let's pull it all together now and see how these three pillars really work together to build a better, more fulfilling life.
So here's the cheat sheet, right? For your home, it's about creating a refuge to recharge. For your community, it's about coexistence through empathy. And for your work, it's productivity with sustainability. When you get these three things humming along in harmony, well, that's when your whole sense of well-being just skyrockets.
At the end of the day, that's what quality of life is all about, isn't it? It's a balance. When you intentionally get your home, your community life, and your work boundaries in order, you're not just tidying up your schedule. You're actually carving out space for what really matters, which is you. So as we wrap things up here, I want to leave you with one last question to chew on. Looking at these three pillars, your home, your community, your work, which one feels like the biggest challenge for you right now? Because just knowing where the struggle is, that's the first step to actually making a change. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me today.